Plants vs. Zombies is one of those classics that everyone has played at least once in their life. But what happens when you take a game that was originally made for PC and you squeeze it into the Nintendo DS? Today we're diving into Plants vs. Zombies DS, a Demake that manages to pack the full experience into a tiny cartridge. We'll cover the adventure mode, minigames, puzzles, multiplayer, and everything that makes this version unique, including its flaws. So let's get started. First things first, the adventure mode. This is the heart of Plants vs. Zombies, and yes, the DS version includes the full 50 levels from the original PC release. If you've never played before, first of all, why? Secondly, I'll explain it. The premise is simple. You defend your backyard from waves of zombies using an arsenal of quirky plants. Sunflowers give you resources, pea shooters attack, walnuts defend, and the zombies, well, they get increasingly ridiculous as you progress. The 50 levels in the game are divided into 5 groups, each with their own theme. The first levels are your basic front lawn, simple mechanics, introducing you to plants and zombies step by step. The next 10 levels are the nighttime backyard, introducing mushrooms and the challenge of low sun levels. Then we have the backyard pool, where you need aquatic plants, the foggy backyard, adding limited visibility, and finally the rooftop, where you need catapult plants to fight uphill battles. Literally. Now, here's something interesting. Plants vs. Zombies for the DS is often regarded as the hardest version of this game. But why? For starters, max seed slots are 9, not 10, so you're making tighter loadout choices. Also, certain enemies and tools are tuned differently. For example, the cup cannons take longer to fire and land. And yes, the frame rate is lower and drops under heavy load. Here's where we start seeing the cracks of this game, so let's get those out of the way. Firstly, the soundtrack. The original PC music is phenomenal. It's crisp, atmospheric, and catchy. The DS Demake still has the same tracks, but they are compressed and nowhere near as pristine. They get the job done, but if you played other versions, you'll definitely notice the downgrade. But what do you expect from a DS port? Secondly, and this is my biggest complaint, the performance. Once you get a lot of plants and zombies on screen, the game struggles hard. Severe frame drops can make the action feel sluggish. And in a strategy game, where timing really matters, that's a big deal. That said, despite these flaws, the core gameplay loop is so strong that it is still super fun to play. And yes, the game still ends with the iconic Zombies on Your Lawn song. But in this version, it's an extremely low quality compressed video. Think of it like watching an old YouTube clip at 240p. It gets the point across, but man is it rough. One of the highlights of Plants vs. Zombies in general are the minigames. And this version has a collection of 22 minigames, and I'll go through every single one of them quickly. Brains. Zombies have pea shooter or walnut heads. Pea shooter zombies actually shoot back, making your usual pea-based defenses risky. Brains. Roll walnuts down lanes to knock out zombies. It's simple, but super satisfying. Also one of my favorites. A giant slot machine spits out plants and suns. Your goal is to survive while trying to earn 2,000 suns through spins. Seeds constantly fall from the top of the screen. You do not choose your loadout, so you scramble to use whatever drops. A match 3 puzzle on the lawn itself. Swap adjacent plants to line up 3 of a kind, while zombies march towards you. All zombies are invisible, so you need to predict where they are. Brains. You must plant star fruit in specific glowing spots across the board, all while fending off waves of zombies. Brains. Like a mini virtual pet game. Feed brain snorkel zombies before they starve, collect sun from them, and buy more until you win. Brains. Similar to DAGG Hold It, but instead of swapping plants, you rotate 2 × 2 blocks. It changes how you strategize combos. Brains. This one is exclusive to the Nintendo DS, and you can shuffle plants around the board, but they will suffer from heat. So in order to motivate them, you blow into the DS mic to trigger a motivation effect. Brains. portals warp Ps and zombies across the screen. A shot might fire from one lane and exit another, so positioning matters more than ever. Conveyor belt on the rooftop. Every time you place a plant, it fills the entire column. It's chaotic, but great for experimenting with strategies. Some bunnies slide across the grass, laying down ice that lets teams of bobsled zombies storm through. It tests your quick counters. Zombies pop up out graves like moles. Tap them with your stylus to knock them out. But you will need suns to smash gravestones in order to have more room. You're given 5,000 suns at the start and no income after. You need to build your defense once, then survive 5 entire flags with that you set up. This one is honestly super hard.
Brains.
A tougher sequel to some botany. Zombies were even nastier plant heads like the Gatling peas and repeaters.
Brains.
A more difficult spin on walnut bowling, with faster zombies and harder types like screen door shields and disco dancers.
Brains.
Every zombie bounces on a pogo stick. Unless you use magnets or tow nuts, they will just leap right over your defenses.
Brains.
A rematch against the final boss with double health. You will need to juggle both rooftop defenses and smart seed use.
Brains.
Another DS exclusive, conveyor only, but you're limited to bombs and walls. You stockpile zombies, then blow them up in clusters to succeed. Another DS exclusive stylus-based minigame where you launch Ps like baseballs. So you have to line up home runs to rack up suns and keep zombies back. And finally, another DS exclusive is a scrolling shooter mode where you pilot a planned powercraft against waves of zombies. You collect power-ups and even face Dr. Zomboss in a side-scrolling battle. And I don't know why, but this reminds me a lot of another retro game. A hard game that takes inspiration from old cartoons, but I just cannot put my finger on it. On the DS, these games are intact, but again, performance can dip in the busier ones. Still, they provide a lot of variety and replay value. It makes me want to come back to the game over and over. Then there's also the puzzle mode, two of the most fun side modes in the game. We have Base Breaker where you smash bases to reveal plants or zombies, adding a layer of strategy and risk. And then we have iZombie, where the tables turn and you actually play as the zombies, trying to break through the plant defenses. And those two modes are honestly super fun, but the DS game also has the extras that many fans love. For example, the Zen Garden, where you collect and water plants for bonus rewards, the shop run by Crazy Dave, where you can buy items and upgrades, achievements giving your goals beyond just finishing the levels, and of course, a quirky create a zombie avatar feature where you can design your own zombie. It's silly, but it adds to the charm. Now here's something unique to this game. Multiplayer. On the Nintendo DS, you can connect locally and play with a friend. One player takes control of the zombies while the other defends with plants. It's simple but surprisingly addictive, and honestly a great fit for the DS's pick up and play nature. It is hard to find someone to play with nowadays, but if possible, it is a treat. I played it with my girlfriend and we had a lot of fun. And the best part is that you only need one copy of the game. Joe, I was editing and I realized that I forgot to mention survival mode. Survival mode is basically the never-ending mode, so zombies do not stop coming and you have to survive for as long as you can. I don't play it as much, I prefer the normal minigames and the puzzle, but yeah, there's also survival mode. Thank you, bye. So let's recap. What's unique to this version of Plants vs. Zombies on the Nintendo DS? We have 4 exclusive minigames that being Heatwave, Bumble Together, Homerun Derby and Air Raid, a versus mode on the DS with download play support, only 9 seat slots max versus the 10 on PC, which tightens the strategy, various balance and behavior tweaks. For example, the cup cannon is slower to fire and to land, and also tougher zombies. We have scaled down animations and performance trade-off, and a compressed credits video. And at the end of the day, Plants vs. Zombies for the Nintendo DS is proof of how incredible the original game really was. Even when stripped down and squeezed into much weaker hardware, the formula shines. It's still strategic, still funny, and still very addictive. For me, it's also part of the journey where I try to collect every single mobile game that released on a Nintendo console. So far I only have Plants vs. Zombies and Angry Birds Star Wars for the Wii U, but I want to get them all. And now, With Plants vs Zombies Replanted coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, I'm really excited to see this series reimagined with modern hardware. But even so, the DS Demake will always have a special place in my brain. It's a fun reminder of just how versatile and beloved this franchise truly is. But anyways, that's going to be all for today. Please let me know if you played this original Nintendo DS version, or if you played another version. Are you interested in playing this game? Have you played the versus mode on this Plants vs Zombies DS game? Be sure to tell me in the comments. My name is DAGG, and I'll catch you next time. See ya, bye!